Fala. Boa noite, Kylie. E aí, como é que tá?
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have liked to have seen it.
What do you...
I just know that you could shake this world to its foundations if you willed it. The most poisonous snakes are often the most beautiful.
Novas pernas, porque
I'm not sure where...
andou de bike.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
I did nothing. Not a damn thing.
Vez que andei
It
foi
was
domingo
crying.
passado.
I
Eu
saw the
já
kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting, and I turned around, went inside,
Pois é.
closed the door. I could have told my
O cara
father,
ligou, as pernas
or alerted
arregaram.
someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Dá pra sentir o sangue gelado correndo dentro dos braços. Ô, louco. Frenético.
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe.
Of course you'd make light of it. You make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done. Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Não é isso. Opa, temos um julgamento. Ô, louco, já pode participar do maratona de ciclismo. Não sei o que das quantas.
Before you is Service of the Minrathous Circle of Magi. You met him and his Venatori in the Western Approach. He admits to working for Corypheus, raising monsters, and using magic for conquest. He also used his connections to smuggle magical artifacts out of the Approach, without his master's consent.
Whether or not he's loyal to Corypheus has no bearing on his crimes.
I was hired by a third party. I've no loyalty to him. Might you find that useful, Your Worship?
I'm sorry, are you attempting to bargain with us?
Bargain? I plead. I throw myself on your mercy. I also have friends in Tevinter who owe me large debts. Leave what happened in the approach behind us, Inquisitor, and I can put them all at your disposal.
Ô, cara, tá tentando me dar uma propina? Informe em liberdade condicional, informante. Condicional.
Leliana will assign agents to you. I expect them to inform me that you have been forthright. If you want redemption, you'll have to earn it.
I can more than pay my keep, Inquisitor. Thank you.
Peraí, vou ali no banheiro. Próxima missão. Aqui. Nossa, não fiz nada da Costa da Tormenta. É porque eu não posso usar o Black Hole. Ele foi embora, será? Eu tô curioso.
Of news, sir.
What it...
The Spy Master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Go on. Leliana knows where he is, doesn't she? She knows everything.
She doesn't know everything, yet. Sister Leliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
Vamos buscar o homem então, né? Qual? Fofocas. Qual foi a boa? Eu tô por fora. Faz uns 3 dias, acho que eu não vejo notícia de nada.
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General
Fazendo uma lei para bandido assassinar o público federal. Mas isso já tem já.
And their retainers.
Desde
You are
2014.
sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
A não ser que seja algo além.
Oh, this is grim.
Proceed.
Não, mas isso já tem desde sempre, pô. Desde 2014.
Stop!
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Oh, shit.
Blackwall!
No, I am not Blackwall.
Pois é,
I
pô.
never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead. And has been for years.
Eu não,
Assumed
tô
his name
fora.
to hide like a coward from who I really am.
Crime se compensa aqui.
After all this time.
Se um dia você decidir ir embora, tu vai ver a realidade.
I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
Pra mim, elfos não fizeram nada. Pra mim, os elfos não fizeram nada.
I trust you've heard what befell Roderick at Haven.
I'm not entirely clear. An army of... And when it all cleared, she was still in charge. So what was the point?
Those who oppose
Você que tá
shall
dizendo.
know the wrath of heaven.
Full retreat, it sounds like, from the game that you helped build.
I would have.
Falando em preso, cá estamos. Ué,
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
You saved that man. That took courage.
Courage? I killed innocent people. Destroyed Mornay's life and the lives of others like him. One moment of courage will not make up for that. Why are you here?
não sei.
That depends on what you say.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier. his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason, while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
Não me convenceu.
Would a monster have given himself up? Somewhere along the line, you stopped pretending.
Yes.
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing. A waste of life. We headed to Valshavan for the joining. The Blackwall insists. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. I was to go down alone, find a darkspawn. When I returned, I found the warden ambushed by more of the He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
Not saying I disagree. Blackwall clearly thought you were worth saving.
No one should have died for me. He would have wanted me to carry on to Valshavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, there's no proof that I've been recruited. That I didn't kill him. So, Rainier died. And Blackwall lived.
The man on the gallows.
My second in command. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
Who were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlesian army. Well regarded, respected. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
I need to know the details of what you did, who you killed, why.
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, all for gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais, and would eventually... He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the... I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
You got your men to help you.
They didn't know who they were attacking. I told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question, just as your men trust you.
Armies are weapons. Weapons don't wield themselves.
Weapons don't have lives, families, dreams. An army is not just a weapon.
My reports say that Kali...
I didn't know, Kel. My men have been told to eliminate everyone. No one likes to think about that. No matter how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
That shouldn't be how wars are fought. There's no need.
War is unfair, and the sky is blue. You're right. There was no need for what I did.
There's another thing I'm still...
Yes?
That's all.
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
This is helpful. Or at least educational.
Don't blame yourself. We all made this mistake. What do we do now? Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. And yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
He wanted to change. To prove that he'd really left his past behind, he had to face up to it.
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
I need to think about it.
Do what you must, but come to a decision soon. This will not wait forever.
Greetings.
Do you know where this noble wanted to meet us?
I do. The Comte Boisvert's invited us to his mansion, not far from here. I pray he clears up the deaths of my messengers, as promised.
Lead the way.
Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for seeing us, Comte Boisvert.
The honor is mine. Please, sit. It's an honor to assist two such distinguished guests.
We appreciate your help, Comte.
The death of Lady Montily's servants must weigh heavily on you. Have you heard of the House of Repose?
The Assassin's League?
My contacts obtained a copy of a document in the archives. Contract for life.
The House of Repose is hereby sworn to eliminate anyone attempting to overturn the Montily's trading exile in Orlais.
They're not just after your messengers, Josephine. They'll try for you, too.
I am afraid so, yes.
The contract was signed by a noble family. The Du Paraquets.
But the Du Paraquets died out as a noble line over 60 years ago.
Indeed. But the contract was signed 109 years ago.
How can a family try to kill you after they died out?
The Du Paraquets were our rivals. They drove the Montiliers from Val Royaux. This contract was drawn up over 100 years ago, but it wasn't invoked until I tried to overturn my family's exile.
Unpleasant though it may be, the House of Repose is merely fulfilling its contractual duties.
If the people who wanted your family dead are gone, why are the assassins still after you?
A contract is a contract, Inquisitor. Orlesian businesses live and die by their reputations. The entire guild's welfare would be endangered if an agreement was tossed aside on a whim of time or fate.
She's quite right, Your Worship. The House of Repose is doing what it feels necessary, by its standards.
I assume you have a thought or two on this, Josephine?
The Du Paraquets still have descendants under the common branch. If we elevate them to nobility, a Du Paraquet could annul the contract on my life.
That will take time, Lady Montilyet. Time during which the House of Repose will be obliged to hunt you.
Will they now? You are exceedingly well informed. You're not to have said you'd heard rumors, at best.
A bit of subterfuge. This contract on your life is an ugly business. One the House of Repose deeply regrets. But this is Orlais. Even an assassin's word is his bond.
Does Comte Boisvert actually exist?
Absolutely. The Comte's offer to reveal the killers of Lady Montilet's messengers was genuine. So was his information somehow. An end to be tied up later.
I'm guessing the actual Comte Boisvert met with a fatal accident.
Comte Boisvert slumbers in a nearby closet. Nothing more. The contract on Lady Montilet's life is so unusual, we felt the courtesy of an explanation was in order.
It is appreciated, monsieur.
Your idea to seek out du Parquet to revoke our orders is an interesting one. I wish you luck. I did not come to shed blood today, Inquisitor. Only to speak. Might I pass?
Why warn us about your contract and let us go?
In Orlais, it is only decent to inform those involved in a contract when extraordinary circumstances conspire.
And the guild's reputation would suffer if you ignored the contract. I quite understand.
Thank you, my lady. May we conclude with my departure?
Go, then.
Good day, your worship. My lady, I pray we never meet again.
Well, I didn't think our meeting would end like this.
We'll deal with these assassins.
I have some thoughts. Let's discuss them back at Skyhold. I'll feel safer with the castle's walls around me.
Do you hear something?
Oh, goodness. Comte Boisvert, is that you? Oh, the lock's been broken off. We'll find a saw. I realize the cabinet is quite valuable, Comte, but surely... A locksmith, then? As you wish.
Inquisitor.
Let's see what we have.
All right.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. The decision of what to do with him is yours.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. Using your ties to the underworld to free me. You're a criminal, same as me. The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
I wish there had been another way, but my options were limited.
You could have left me there. I accepted my punishment. I was ready for all this to end. Why would you stop it? What becomes of me now?
You have your freedom.
It cannot be as simple as that.
It isn't. You're free to atone as the man you are, not the traitor you thought you were or the warden you pretended to be.
The man I am. I barely know him. But I have a lot to make up for. If my future is mine, then I pledge it to the Inquisition. My sword is yours. If I'd said anything less, would an arrow from the rookery have snuffed me like a candle?
Take your post, Tom Rainier.
Inquisitor?
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Everyone needs something to aspire to.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
You couldn't have known it would lead to this House of Repose coming after you.
It still shouldn't have slipped past me. I've tracked down the last du Paraquets. If they become gentry, they can annul the contract on my life. We'll require a noble from Val Royeaux to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them.
It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake.
I assume you already know everything about this mess.
There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, the assassin will have no obligation to chase you.
Leliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair.
Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Val Royeaux?
Give me some time to think this over.
I'll post a watch on our ambassador in case the House of Repose visits.
I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the du Paraquets will solve this. First, we need to perform some favors in Val Royeaux. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin. Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
You said I'd have to do some favors in Val Royeaux.
The Countess Dion is our first step. Her lover, a mage from the White Spire, is missing.
Heaven.
At your service. At your service.
Yeah.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
You haven't. Of course, notified the stakeholders.
They are expecting your death. Those who had been cast down, the demons who would be gone. You've heard there's a Tibetan working with the Inquisition.
Inquisitor.
I thought the
What an
Inquisition was battling
unexpected
the
pleasure.
Imperium.
You must have had a
Why
long
would that
journey
happen?
to the city.
If Tevinter invaded us,
Might there
I
be
think
any
we'd know.
news from this house?
It's not an invasion. Cultists and the like. But I highly doubt the
Here's a
one...
letter from Ellerly. He's safe with his family in the Dales.
Oh, my Ellerly. Oh, bless you. The Dions will sponsor the Duparakets as a family deserving of a noble title, Inquisitor. You have my word. Now please, forgive my hastiness, but I must read Ellerly's words. Make her keep you.
Inquisitor!
What happened here?
The House of Repose decided to pay a visit. The guards arrived in time, but I should have guessed the assassins would infiltrate the servants.
Are you sure they didn't hurt you?
They only frightened me. It was all so sudden. Leliana assigned people to shadow me. They appear to have saved my life. I owe you everything, Sergeant.
Only my duty, Ambassador. I'll talk with the spy master about these murderous louts. She'll find how they got in.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor? Very long procedures. It's fortunate the Duparakets... Besides, I've promised them a It's fortunate the Duparakets' descendants hold... Besides, I've promised them... Besides, a common merchant may lack the... Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's the next favor we need to get these
We must persuade Minister Belize to ratify the papers. The minister will be at a small fete thrown by the Marquis Wiscott. Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's the next favor
We must persuade... The minister will be at a small fete thrown by the Marquis Wiscott. I'll get you an invitation.
Será que bugou? Nossa, esse mod tá salvando o rolê, velho. O tempo que eu ia perder tendo que esperar.
Thank you for seeing me in private, Minister Belize.
I chastise you for taking me from the party, Inquisitor, but the Marquis throws such dull affairs, it's hardly worth it. I assume you wish to discuss your petition to elevate these Duparakets to a minor lordship. Tell me, why should I allow you to pollute the Orlesian nobility any further than it's already been muddled?
The Duparakets used to be noble. You'd be restoring an old house of Orlais.
Restoring it far too late. What are the Duparakets now? Traders? Farmers? Really, it is too much. The very thought causes me pain. What can you possibly provide that will make your petition worth my effort?
Diplomatic connections that reach far beyond the boundaries of Val Royeaux, perhaps.
I might make use of your ambassador. The Montiliers aren't what they were, but at least they're from proper stock. Arrange for me to be introduced to the court of Antiva. I hear winter is most pleasant by their sea. Very well, Inquisitor. Should you fulfill this bargain, I shall raise the du Paraquets into lordship.
I must return to Val Royeaux to see that everything is in order. Please join me when you can.
Instead of protecting your own.
If you empty out the coffers of the nobility, what do you think will happen when the fighting is done?
Shall I squat with your face and sheets?
I received a letter from the House of Repose, Your Worship. They acknowledge their contract is null and void. There is no longer a price on my life.
I'm glad you don't have to live your life looking over your shoulder anymore.
I regret we were forced to deal with them, that you were endangered by my part in the game. Did I ever mention I used to be a bard?
You were a singer.
Bards entertain the Orlesian court. They sing, play music, make charming conversation, and spy. Many young nobles put on a mask and practice playing the game in such a fashion.
What made you interested in becoming a bard?
I was attending a university in Val Royeaux when I learned about bards. There was such an air of romance about them. Stories of secrets, trysts, and fascinating people. A group of us, young gentry from Antiva, decided this exciting life was for us.
You seem a bit steady for such an outgoing lifestyle.
The life of an entertainer didn't suit me at all. During one particular intrigue, I encountered a bard sent to kill my patron. We fought. Or perhaps scrapped is the better word. Both of us terrified. We were at the top of a steep flight of stairs. The other bard threw a knife, and I pushed him away from me. You can imagine the result.
I don't see the fault. You survived, as did your patron.
But it was such a waste, Inquisitor. When I took off his mask, I knew him. We'd attended parties together. If I'd stopped to reason, if I'd used my voice instead of scuffling like a common thug, I'll always wonder who that young man would have grown into.
He seemed willing enough to murder you for the game.
Perhaps. I feel I'm the last to judge whether or not he would have actually used the blade. In all the commotion... forgive me. I don't believe I ever thanked you for helping me with this.
I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Such a gracious woman deserves nothing less.
Such talk. I'm quite overcome.
Should I stop?
Oh, no. I mean, yes. I meant... no, I don't... Well, if you meant to draw a blush to my cheeks, you've completely succeeded. Let's return to Skyhold before anyone notices.
Achei fofo.
Inquisitor.
Those must be the bandits Harding mentioned.
Waking sea. Somewhere across all that water is Kirkwall.
It was a long journey to Haven.
Considering the company, I'm surprised it didn't feel longer.
These must be the missing soldiers.
Murdered. Shit.
We should see that their families are notified.
Looks like the bandits are camped further along the beach.
Ah, tem que levar ele.
All right. Our Kunari contact should be here to meet us.
He is. Good to see you again, Hisrad.
Gat! Last I heard, you were still in Saharan.
They finally decided I'd calmed down enough to go back into the world.
Boss, this is Gat. We worked together in Saharan.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor. Hisrad's reports say you're doing good work.
Iron Bull's name is Hisrad?
Under the Qun, we use titles, not names.
My title was Hisrad, because I was assigned to secret work. You can translate it as Keeper of Illusions, or...
Liar. It means liar.
Well, you don't have to say it like that.
It's so nice to hear friends say good things about me in their secret spy reports.
He does. But they aren't really secret, are they?
Look, Gat.
Relax. Unlike our superiors, I know how it works out here. We're in this together. The Tevinter Imperium is bad enough without the influence of this Venatori cult. If this new form of lyrium helps them seize power in Tevinter, the war with Kunandar could get worse.
With this stuff, the Vince could make their slaves into an army of magical freaks. We could lose Saharan and see a giant Tevinter army come marching back down here.
The Ben Hasrath agree. That's why we're here. Our dreadnought is safely out of view and out of range of any Venatori mages on shore. We'll need to eliminate the Venatori, then signal the dreadnought so it can come in and take out the smuggler ship.
There might be Venatori mages on the ship as well. If the dreadnought can't handle them...
It's unlikely there'll be more than 2 or 3 mages on the ship, and they'll be dead by the 3rd shot. On land, though, a half-dozen Venatori attacking the dreadnought from cover could do some serious damage. Any decent smuggling ship can outrun a dreadnought on open water. We need to catch them close to shore.
I could have crushed any Venatori resistance with the Inquisition's main forces.
Because then the Venatori would have seen you coming and run. This is risky, yes, but it's our best chance to destroy the shipping operation permanently.
What do you think, Bull?
Don't know. I've never liked covering a dreadnought run. Too many ways for crap to go wrong. If our scouts underestimate enemy numbers, we're dead. If we can't lock down the Venatori mages, the ship is dead. It's risky.
Riskier than letting Red Lyrium into Minrathos?
Let's go hold up our end of this bargain, then.
My agent suggested 2 possible locations the Venatori may be camped to go... And there. We'll need to split up and hit both at once.
Let me fill him in. Come by when you're ready. Once they're down, send up your signal. That'll let the Dreadnought know it's safe to come in.
Understood, Chief.
Remember, you're gonna want a volley to start, but don't get suckered into fighting at range. They've got mages.
It's all right. We've got a mage of our own.
I'm not a mage.
Get in close and take their enchanter down before he takes over the battlefield.
He'll be dead before he knows it.
Just pay attention, all right? The Vince want this red lyrium shipment bad.
Yes, I know. Thanks, Mother.
Kunari don't have mothers, remember?
We'll be fine, Chief.
All right, Chargers. Horns up!
Horns up!
Ready whenever you are, boss.
I'm ready to head out, Bull.
Right. Chargers, hit 'em hard and hit 'em fast. When this is over, drinks are on me.
You got it, Chief. Charges, double time. Let's move!
You gave your charges the easier target.
Think?
Lower and farther from the smuggler's ship, it's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy lifting then. Just like old times.
Oh, dá pra botar um caminho, não?
Be careful. My agent said to expect opposition ahead of the main camp.
We've all done this a few times, Gat.
You've been living outside the Kyun for years now, Iron Bull. Just wanted to make sure your reflexes hadn't gotten as soft as the rest of you.
Ouch.
Now that the circles have fallen, it must please you to wield your power so freely, mage.
Quite the reverse. Mages are dangerous, and their power makes them feared. The circles protected us.
You sound almost reasonable.
Flush them out!
We're clear, Gat.
Right. Signaling the dreadnought.
Chargers already sent theirs up. See them down there?
I knew you gave them the easier job.
There's the dreadnought. That brings back memories. Nice one. Crap.
They've still got time to fall back if you signal them now.
Yeah.
Your men need to hold that position, Bull.
They do that. They're dead.
And if they don't, the Venatori retake it and the dreadnought is dead. You'd be throwing away an alliance between the Inquisition and the Canary. You'd be declaring yourself Talvishoth. With all you've given the Inquisition, half the Ben Hassrath think you've betrayed us already. I stood up for you, Hisrad. I told them you would never become Talvishoth.
They're my men.
I know, but you need to do what's right, Hisrad. For this alliance, and for the Kyun.
Call the retreat.
Don't!
They're falling back.
All these years, Hisrad, and you throw away all that you are. For what? For this? For them?
We can make this up to your people.
No, you can't.
No way they'll get out of range. Won't be long now.
Bull, when the dreadnought sinks...
Sinks? Canary dreadnoughts don't sink. Come on. Let's get back to my boys. Hey, boss.
Inquisitor, it is my duty to inform you that there will be no alliance between our peoples. Nor will you be receiving any more Ben Hassrath reports from your Talvishoth ally.
You under orders to kill me, Gat?
No. The Ben Hassrath have already lost one good man. They'd rather not lose two.
So much for that.
I'm proud of you, Bull.
Thanks, boss. You're late.
Sorry, Chief. Still sore from fighting off all those vents. Good to see you, Inquisitor.
How did the Chargers come out of the fight?
Just fine. Thanks to you and the Chief, we had plenty of time to fall back. Chief's even breaking open a cask of chasing sack mead for the Chargers tonight.
Damn it, Krem. That's the kind of thing you don't have to mention to the Inquisitor.
Sorry, Chief.
Ah, forget it. You're doing fine.
Something is troubling me, and Leliana is receiving reports of mages becoming possessed. No one is dealing with these matters. I was hoping we might, before they get worse.
We can certainly look into it.
And I would be pleased to accompany you if and when you investigate.
So, you're a candidate?
So I am informed.
Is that something you actually want?
Why should what I want matter?
Why shouldn't it matter? Don't you have the right to be happy?
It is very simple. The Chantry needs to survive. To do that, it must change. So I look upon this as an opportunity. I owe it to myself and all of Thedas to seek the Sunburst throne.
There are other ways you can change things.
Perhaps. I may not have a choice in the matter if the Chantry clerics pick another.
Do you have any advice?
It seems that Corypheus searches for elven artifacts. That's hardly surprising. Tevinter power is based on what those vultures scavenged from the... Whatever advantage he hopes to gain, we need to stop him at once.
I have some more questions.
As you wish.
Tell me about your brother.
Anthony was older than I, a dragon hunter, who showed what a Pentagast could truly be. Anthony promised to train me in secret. We would hunt together one day, brother and sister, vanquishing the beasts of old. And then he died on me.
What happened?
A group of apostates wanted dragon blood, and wanted Anthony to get it for them. He refused, and they killed him for it. In front of me. I begged the Chantry to let me become a Templar. Instead, they sent me to the Seekers. It took many years to let go of my drive for vengeance.
I think I understand how you felt.
At times I could not breathe. The rage nearly choked me. I sometimes wonder how different my life would be if Anthony was still alive. Would I be a dragon hunter? Married to some noble fool, a mother of 3? I cannot say. I take solace in believing the Maker has a plan, but he is not always kind.
I'll let you get back to work. Good book?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. What are you hiding exactly?
I'm not hiding anything. Exactly.
I think you are.
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain. It's a book.
I can see that.
It's one of Varric's tales. Swords and Shields, the latest chapter.
So you like to read? What's wrong with that?
It's frivolous. There are more important things for me to do.
That's just her favorite.
Nobody asked you, Tevinter.
I couldn't finish the last one you lent me. I actually feel dumber for having tried.
It's literature. Smutty literature. Whatever you do, don't tell Varric.
Maybe I should read that book.
You? No!
Why not me?
You're the Inquisitor.
Oh, I see.
They're terrible. And magnificent. And this one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be. You could ask him to finish it. Command him to... Pretend you don't know this about me. Yes?
So, that book you were reading?
Yes. What of it?
So under that taciturn shell beats a true romantic heart.
Why must it be an accusation? Romance is not the sole province of dithering ladies in frilly dresses. It is passion. It is being swept away by the pursuit of an ideal. What is not to like about that?
Don't get me wrong. I like this side of you.
I don't swoon.
I meant the passion.
Oh. Well, that's not so bad then. Do you need something?
Do you have...
Spirits are not creatures to take at face value. Treat? What if he is not? Possibly not, but I would hardly... And not...
Inquisitor. Yes? Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Anything?
I've nothing to report.
Need something? Or are you just here to admire the dwarf?
What can you tell me about this Carif...
I'm not exactly an expert, but ask away and I'll answer what I can. The whole thing was a prison. The wardens locked him up. It seems crazy. We weren't going to just leave. I can spare some time. What do you need?
Can I ask you something?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Need something? Or are you just here to admire the dwarf?
Cassandra's waiting for the next issue of Swords and Shields.
I must have heard that wrong. It sounded like you just said that Cassandra read my books.
She's a pretty big fan, in fact.
Are we talking about the same Cassandra? Tall, grumpy seeker, like stabbing things? Wait, did you say the romance serial? Oh, she'll be waiting for a while then. I haven't finished it and wasn't planning to. That book is easily the worst I've ever written. The last issue barely sold enough to pay for the ink.
Well, Cassandra seems to be hooked on it.
And I honestly thought a hole in the sky was the weirdest thing that could happen. So, you want me to finish writing the latest issue of my worst serial? For Cassandra? Oh, that's such a terrible idea. I have to do it. On one condition. I get to be there when you give her the book.
You've got a deal.
I'll get to work then. You know, the fact that the book is terrible just makes it more worthwhile somehow.
What have you done now?
I get it, Seeker. You're still sore after our spat.
I'm not a child, Varric. Do not suggest I'm without reason.
A peace offering. The next chapter of Swords and Shields. I hear you're a fan.
This is your doing.
I was hoping you'd be happy about it.
Well, if you're not interested, you're not interested. Still needs editing anyhow.
Wait!
You're probably wondering what happens to the Knight Captain after the last chapter.
Nothing should happen to her. She was falsely accused.
Well, it turns out the guardsman...
Don't tell me!
This is the part where you thank the Inquisitor. I don't normally give sneak peeks, after all.
Thank you.
This was everything I'd hoped.
I know how you feel.
I wonder if I have time to read the first part.
Don't forget to tell all your friends, if you have any. Completely worth it.
I was hoping we could speak privately.
Are we not?
Right. Of course we are. The flirting. With me. I've noticed it. Unless it is my imagination, which is entirely possible.
No, it's not your imagination.
Inquisitor, I hope you understand I cannot return your affection.
Are you sure? I can be pretty persuasive.
Be that as it may, I think not. You are the Herald of Andraste, and my leader, and a woman. I take it as a compliment, truly. I hope we can remain friends.
F. F. Não, deixa eu ver se tem uma opção diferente. Ah, crashou o jogo, maravilha.
This is your doing. Thank you.
Varric's the one you should be thanking.
I am but a humble servant to my loyal readers.
I wonder if I have time to read the With me, I've noticed it. Unless it is my imagination, which is entirely possible.
If it makes you uncomfortable, I can stop.
Inquisitor, I hope you understand I cannot return your affection.
Why not? I need to hear it.
You are the Herald of Andraste. I take it as a compliment, truly.
É isso, acho que não tem como mesmo. Nossa, fica com homem. Tá, deixa eu falar.
Leliana wish a pleasure.
You haven't really gone into detail about how you know Liliana.
We met... let me think. We met the last few years of my school. It seems terrifyingly long ago now.
How exactly did you and Liliana reconnect in the...
I discovered my family had been overcharging a merchant we traded with for months. Our name carries a great deal of trust in Antiva. I spent weeks arranging a string of favors as suitable recompense. Apparently satisfied, the merchant extended me an invitation to her estate. Leliana greeted me in place of the merchant.
I assume the entire problem was some form of trial.
You assume correctly. I accepted, once she finally explained what it was.
Do you remain close?
Yes, but she's grown so much more distant than the outgoing woman I met in Val Royeaux. Now she collects secrets and takes risks that would make empires tremble. I worry, but she will not hear it.
Does Liliana confide in you?
She enjoys revisiting our more disastrous adventures. Leliana used to concoct the most ridiculous plans. Run if you ever see her with a twine ball, a measuring stick, and a handkerchief. Quite loudly. May I just say, it's all a part of life in Antiva. Might we speak of something else?
Bear with me.
What can I do for you, your inquisitorialness?
Lethalan. He will need...
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Marvelous business. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit hopeful.
Watch as you twist an entire
No?
I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way.
Greetings again, Inquisitor. There have been a few scuffles with your temple. So I was sent to... It also made me... Still. Until that is why...
My dear, I know you must have a great deal on your mind right now, but I need to speak with you. You know as well as I how far the Inquisition's influence has spread, and how desperate the Grand Clerics have become. Our opinion will be instrumental in their election of the new divine.
What do you suggest?
The Inquisition may not be invited to their vote, but our actions will certainly influence the Grand Clerics. To sit on the Sunburst throne, a candidate should have grace, charm, and a will of solid steel. Cassandra may lack the first two, but unless you can think of someone better, she is the strongest choice.
What would your ideal divine do with her power?
The most important thing, of course, is the restoration of the Circles and the Templar Order. The institutions that have protected Thedas for ages must be rebuilt, and the malcontents utterly crushed. We cannot allow anarchists to threaten the lives of the innocent. After we have restored sanity to the world, there will be time to address voices of dissent.
Liliana might be a better choice than Cassandra, don't you think?
Leliana is a well-meaning fool. She will do irreparable harm to countless people in the name of freedom. She proposes to abolish the Circles with nothing but a solemn promise from mages not to murder children. When an angry mage lashes out inside a tower, villages aren't destroyed. The Circle protects us all. Mages will die and take ordinary men with them in a war that cannot be won. Consider carefully, Inquisitor. Everything we do is a sign from the Maker to those who seek one. How may I help you?
Do you...
Inquisitor, I notice you've paid Lady Montilier quite a number of compliments.
What does that have to do with you?
An entanglement with our ambassador seems most unwise. I asked Josephine to join the Inquisition because we needed a diplomat, not so she could be toyed with.
I enjoy being with Josephine. I'm not trying to break her heart.
Then I would be more cautious. Josephine's no stranger to courtly intrigue. But love? There she's an innocent. She has no idea you are truly attracted to her. If indeed you are.
What do you have against the idea of me being attracted to Josephine?
I have not known you long, Inquisitor. Neither has Josephine. Her heart is easily carried away. I want to be sure it's taken by someone who truly cares. So, if you feel anything towards Josephine, I want to know.
Nothing's happening between me and Josephine.
How good to hear. I do hope it stays that way. For the sake of the Inquisition, of course. You need no distractions from your work.
Whatever happens, I'm glad to see Josephine has a concerned friend here.
I have so few true friends these days. Those that are left I deeply cherish. I will not trouble you any further, but I do watch over my friends. Good day, Your Worship. I'm listening.
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
I'll leave you to your work.
Yes?
A rogue Templar. It's over. Thank you for bringing us here.
Inquisitor, I've something for you.
Something here. Let's look around.
Olha só. Corre. Corre, corre, corre. Corre, corre, corre. Corre.
My people built a life here. It must have been.
We've been scouting the region, Your Worship. I've some supplies here you may find useful.
We have to stop this mage. Sad that it came to this, but at least it is done.
Inquisitor.
Where did I leave that hammer?
My boots squelch when I lift my feet. Why did we spend time and effort opening the path?
One of the Templar targets. It's over. Thank you for bringing us here.
Inquisitor.
This is one of the mages I spoke of. It's over. Thank you for bringing us.
He spent his life.
Well, Liliana just gave me quite the speech.
What about?
About us.
Oh, she is. Might we discuss this somewhere more private? Liliana said I was an innocent in love?
More or less.
Of all the... I'm quite capable of understanding our association. I've never thought your intentions were overly romantic, Inquisitor. I assure you.
But we are still friends, right?
Ah. Well, I'm glad we've settled this, and, I'll be going. Should you ever
I don't know
think... Good night, my lady. Yes?
Let's speak.
Farewell. It's good to see you. There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't opened.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
Inquisitor.
Scout Harding.
We're on the outskirts of Sarnia. This is what's left of the town. The lucky ones got out before the river froze over. The rest, penned in by Fade Rifts and Red Templars. We're the first friendly face they've seen in a long, long while.
Are you all right? You look a little cold.
Me? Well, it is a touch chilly. My toes are freezing. I'm sorry. You didn't need to know that.
How did an entire river freeze so quickly?
It got really cold, really quickly. Sarnia relies on its river for everything. Trade, food. They weren't expecting this.
Do you know why the Red Templars have come here?
Can't tell you much. The Templars have outposts all through the hills. Our scouts haven't been able to get through. It probably has something to do with the local stone quarry, though. A lot of the workers went missing after the Red Templars moved in.
Here I come to save the day. Again.
That's why we love you. The Red Templars have been mounting frequent attacks. They won Emprise de Lyon. Bad. Let's get out there and take it back from them.
Dispatch for you.
What is it?
Cepheus.
What a waste.
Oh, how could you have dropped it? Foolish, clumsy girl. Mama trusted the ring. Get it back, dears. Demons will trusted faces. They'll find the small blue house, they'll find the ring. Stupid girl, how could you?
There! A rogue mage!
It's over. Thank you for bringing us here.
I would rather not linger here.
Do not let these niggas break ground. Kill them.
red lyrium. I would prefer not to linger in its presence. Shall we make camp or move on?
Solar. Corypheus actually is.
A darkspawn, as he appears.
But what of the orb he wields and the dragon he commands? This is no ordinary darkspawn.
His true advantage is the red lyrium. It is corrupted by the blight as he is. Thus he taps into its power twofold. Whatever he was before, that is what makes him dangerous now.
Nothing to report. If the Red Templars attack, we'll see them coming.
These red lyrium growths are warm.
Didn't Bianca say it was alive?
More red lyrium. Charming. Nothing to report, sir. we should look around.
Been here for this.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have liked to have seen it. Something on your mind?
I just know that... Maker and...
There you are.
Inquisition
Something
is on
to be
its tail.
delivered post-haste.
That thing is a
That's
coward.
fast, then?
Even if it's lots of
Yes,
places.
yes, that is fast.
Wardens and
It
Helen
concerns
Farrell?
shipments for the
They're
next several
supposed
weeks.
to be our best.
Ah,
That's what
not
they
what
always
he's
said.
expecting then.
That's
'cause
what the
he
nobles
thinks you're
say.
someone.
Wardens
Whatever do
don't
you
say
mean?
anything. They just go to work.
A lot of good it did them.
Planning troop movements now?
I'm trying to imagine what it will look like when we're done. All of this once belonged to the Tevinter Imperium. Andraste changed that, as did the Blights. As for what will come next, I cannot guess the Maker's plan.
We make the world a better place.
Because everyone agrees on what better means. I know I want a world where people trust the Chantry and that trust is respected. I want to respect tradition, but not fear change. I want to right past wrongs, but not avenge them. And I have no idea if my wanting these things makes any of
Não é
them
better
right.
place, é.
Even if they're not right, they're certainly admirable.
Some would disagree. They would call it heresy.
They didn't sound like the ravings of a heretic, Cassandra.
Perhaps not. But it takes precious little effort to paint even an act of compassion as damaging. Tell me, what guides you? You make decisions that shake the world, yet always seem so assured. I wish I had your confidence.
You almost sound like you admire me.
I absolutely do. I may not always agree with your decisions, but how many could do what you have done? You were a prisoner, accused and reviled, yet you've emerged from every trial victorious. The Maker's grace does not make you immortal. You live or die by your own hand. That is worthy of admiration.
I'm guided by what my conscience tells me.
Your conscience must speak more clearly than mine.
I doubt it, but I do my best.
Think of it. Like Andraste long ago, once again the fate of Thedas will be determined by a woman. It makes me proud to know you.
I appreciate that.
We still have a long road to travel, Inquisitor. Wherever it takes us, I am glad you're here. What do you need, my friend?
That's enough for now. Perfect space for knocking sense into each other. And training.
Where did she train? Her ways are strange.
The witch? You don't know?
Faith seeks a friend in compassion. Yes. Thank you.
Very well.
Yeah.
You have a problem. That over there is a full tavern, but everyone's drinking alone.
Caralho, o cabelo dessa elfa não me entra, velho. Parece uma peruca de palha.
I can't have fun with everybody whinging, and they'll fall on their swords before Coryphanus can push them. I'm thinking pranks. Set a few up, knock a few down. You in or not?
But I'm the Inquisitor. You know, the leader?
Right, they'll never suspect you. What, titles are only for getting away with bad stuff? Let's do something fun. Come on.
Just you and me. You know, I would like that.
Sure, that could work. Maybe. Let's go. Right, General Uptight is gone. Have a search about. Find something to mess with, and give your soldiers a laugh. What, the desk? Oh yes, center of the Empire and all that. What to do, what to do.
All right, Sarah. What do you want to do?
Thing looks heavy. Don't want to move or break it. I got it. Easy one. Just a slip of something under here. There, won't notice much, but it's just that little bit wonky. He's so in control that'll piss him royally. I tell one of the soldiers and boom, the general seems like people. And since he works for you, you seem like people. Come on, next one. Right, little lady prissy pants. Have a look for something she likes too much. What, just the door? Where she greets every important idiot. Yes!
Well, Sarah, what do you have in mind?
Get a bucket.
Caralho, a mulher...
Classic, yeah? 5 minutes of sloppy boss gets you weeks of happy kitchen staff. Except for the one who cleans it up, I suppose. But whatever. Next up. What's that? A locked... No, leave that. Not interested in her hidden things. Not for just a bit of fun. Maybe... feed her messengers something gassy? No, birds don't pop. But they flap and...
Who is up there?
Go! That was fun. An inquisitor of the people, still remembering you're one of them. If all they got was the herald stuff, the serious bit, you'd start to sound pretty scary. That works, but not for long.
Whatever it takes. I'd start throwing pies if it kept people inspired.
Pies is so good! And Coryphanus would never do that. Good thing for you, innit? Because from the bottom, everyone up top sort of seems the same. It was fun chasing you, Inquisitor. Nice for you. You! Oh, frig. You did it!
From Haven's fire come we, the able true, to Skyhold now, a fort of court.
Can't wait, what's on?
Agora, rola
I was
romance.
thinking you and I should get to know each other.
Right. You come with me.
Oh,
So, you've been chatting me up. I heard that, yeah? And seen the looks. That's all fun and such, out there walking around. But maybe there's more in your head. Like you want to be more? I mean, I don't usually go for elves. Feel like a bag of chicken necks. But yes, I like
Aí, ó.
you. You're...
É a cara do Dragon Age essa mulher aí, velho. É uma elfa que odeia elfa. Que odeia elfos em geral.
It's nice to finally just admit what we both knew was there.
You've been saying it other ways. Maybe me too. But I'm tired of talking. Of everybody always talking. We're all dead this. We'll kill them that. What about what's important when you like someone? I'm in bed. You should get to your bed. Now's good.
Sex. Sex élfico.
Sarah, I'm inviting you up to my chambers.
No, I'm racing you there. I win. I lock the door. Come on,
Eita,
Inky.
pô, será que
Show me
vai
what you've got.
aparecer saliências? Não sei. Senão eu vou ter que coisar. Não, nada aconteceu, aparentemente.
Inky.
Deixa eu ver. Ah, tá.
How are we doing? You and I?
If you want, you'll never go a night
Ah,
without
cortou
knowing.
simplesmente. Deu um time
Back
skip.
at you. How are we doing?
We're good. And I hope it keeps on like that.
Well, what else is it going to do? As long as you're not stupid. Come back soon. You better. Can't wait, what's on?
Any chance I could talk you out of that pet name? I mean, anything but Inky.
All right. Now I'm thinking shiny, because I don't care. Come here.
Ih, ó, sabemos onde Baldur's Gate tirou as cenas de romance. Que isso, pegação. E a mulher deu um TP ali, eu vi, hein?
Back, yeah? Always good.
Não, agora ela é minha namorada.
I'll be back if I need you.
You will, yeah.
Deixa eu ver. Ai, ai. Mais lírios. Mais lírios. Sepulturas esmeraldas. Deixa eu ver. Nossa, tá bem longe.
Inquisitor, I've something for you.
What is it?
This may...
Não. Que horas são? Tô pensando em tentar dormir mais cedo. Acho 2. Eu tô dormindo muito tarde, velho. De manhã, literalmente, tô indo dormir. gigante. Ah, não tô afim de matar ele não, mano. Bora. Terminar essa quest do velho pra ver se ganha alguma coisa de bom.
I can't believe that tower yet stands.
There must be something here.
Here. Olha assim, meu Robert.
It was a kind thing you did.
Bora, dois gigantes. Pô, tá tacando pedra em mim, filho da puta. É isso. Não consigo fazer nada. Parece que o bug Parece que o bug do Dragon's Dogma é uma referência a Dragon Age.
Another letter on the smugglers, referring to Samson.
Lírio.
Toma milkshake de morango. Nó, é muito cremoso.
É. Milkshake de morango. E de gelo, mina de gelo. Todos nós queremos milkshake de morango. Uma milkshake de menta. Nossa. Só. Eita, acho que eu vou morrer. Quase. Quase fomos de comes e bebes. Ai, 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 morri. Caralho. Guys, pode. Tudo bem? Porra. Porra, tô sozinho. Cadê o meu time, porra? Vem, povo.
Taking advantage of the chaos.
Please. The guards had a key. It's over there. No, the other way! Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You have it. Please, please open the door. I can't stand it in here another second.
I like being out in the forests. It's peaceful.
Caralho, isso aqui não é de Deus não, mano. Ok, isso aqui parece tão difícil. Caramba.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Confuso. Muito confuso.
Ai.
Another letter mentioning Samson. And papers with names. Cullen could use this.
take advantage of chaos.
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentecost. Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentecost. Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentecost.
Your worship.
Inquisitor.
If you've got questions, I'm your dwarf. You want to talk?
Isso, amanhã continuamos. Ai, ai, que preguiça. É isso, boa noite, gente. Pessoal que ficou em ler, tamo junto. Meia-noite continua. Se pá. E é isso, vou nessa. Até mais, fui.